Hey everybody, been a while since I've done sort of one of these longer form videos. Usually it's me on my phone kind of walking around someplace, but I had something a little bit more in depth I wanted to talk about. So Friday I went to this independent movie house here in Seal Beach, California that does sort of older films on the weekends. And I don't think they ever really do modern films. I think they really just do older ones. I saw Blazing Saddles there a while back, The Godfather, but this weekend was this one called Five Summer Stories. It was a 1970s sort of indie film about the surf culture in the late 60s, early 70s. I think it came out in 72, is what they said. The director was here, really nice guy. But it got me thinking about something because in the movie, and really it was more of a documentary, it's probably on YouTube someplace, it's so old, that had some great surfing shots in it, by the way. But a couple of the surfers that they were interviewing kind of talked about how it was a sport where everybody's kind of got together and had fun, and then it became, hey, let's have a competition just for fun. It wasn't really like a big deal, but then those competitions got big, so of course in comes a corporation to organize it, and then it all became corporatized with sponsors and took the fun out of it, right? So the fun was gone, and the surfers weren't really making any money in the competitions. They just showed up for the spirit of competition. And that got me thinking about a few other things that have happened kind of throughout my lifetime. And one is when I was a kid, and we would play sports, soccer, baseball, whatever. It was, hey, you sign up, you go play baseball. You got a couple of helmets that you share, maybe three, four, five bats for the whole team to kind of share based on size. And then my kids get old enough to play sports, and it's okay. You got to have your own helmet, your own this, your own that. It's like I'm kitting him up to go on like a minor league game, and here he's fifth grade, if not younger. And it got me thinking. I was looking around, going, "We've really corporatized the crap out of everything in this country." So I was born in 1972. I'm Gen X. Hey, everybody. And in my lifetime, we've gone from sort of being able to go out and have fun and just for the sake of doing different things into everything has to have a purpose. We've got to monetize every moment. And if we don't do that, we're not looking at it right. And I don't know where that shifted. And not every moment, not everybody is like this, but lots of things have shifted from we're just going to do this for fun to we're going to do this for a monetization, whatever. Everything from youth sports to surfing to just going to a movie for the sake of a movie instead of a franchise with a review and a commentary and all this other crap. People kind of forgot how to enjoy things, and I think it's because we have corporatized the crap out of every waking moment. If there's a moment where people start to enjoy it and they're all getting together in mass, along comes somebody to kind of organize it into a thing and turn it into some mega corporate whatever. And that culminates recently because my office here in California, next to it has a youth sports complex that they do tournaments on the weekend. And I was talking to one of the parents because it caused a lot of traffic over there, which is fine. I mean, go enjoy it and support your kids, right? And I was talking to somebody over there. I'm like, wow, what kind of stuff do they do? Oh, basketball, volleyball, and all these other things. And they were like, yeah, but it's first off, the kids have to pay hundreds of dollars to join, and then they've got to have all this special equipment, and then they charge us $40 to park for every game. I'm like, wow, it really is another example of where we've corporatized things, and as a result, things have gotten a lot more expensive because as everything goes up in price, we got to go figure out how to make more money to go do the stuff we want to do, and that means more money comes in, more money goes out. And I know somebody out there is going to say, "Oh, stop buying Starbucks so you can afford things." Okay, we're not talking about, yeah, and we've even corporatized coffee, right? Think about that for a minute. Yeah, it used to be I'll just take a black coffee, maybe cream and sugar. Now it's okay. Do you want caramel? Do you want mocha? Do you want this? We've even corporatized a freaking cup of coffee now, and we've turned it into a $9, according to the CEO of Starbucks, experience. And I think that a lot of this stuff was going anyway throughout the 80s, where it was becoming more and more kind of bigger scale. I don't think it necessarily was that big of a scale at the 70s. I don't know that I was born in 72, so I don't know about the 60s, but the 70s maybe it started a little bit. The 80s it accelerated. The 90s and so forth. It just kind of got worse and worse and worse. And then along comes social media, and it's just infinitely worse because now we've got influencers pushing a lifestyle, and you've got to project this and look like that. And I'm just sitting in my backyard, but a lot of times you'll see people like, I've got to go get just the right framing on this so people think I'm wherever. And I saw a lot of that when I lived in Dallas. I live south of Los Angeles now and actually see less of it here. Mostly because the backdrops are, the beach and whatever. But I see, less sort of fakery in California than I did in Texas, which is humorous in a way. But to me, that's, I think, part of the reason why life has gotten much more expensive is because we've corporatized the crap out of everything, and we've either priced people out or people have had to go into debt to kind of do the stuff they really want to do or that they grew up doing that they now want to give to their kids. I don't know. What do you think? I'd love to talk about this. I know people rail against corporate America all the time, and I really don't. But I think maybe that railing actually does have sort of a point. But we know what you think. Talk to everybody as soon as we can.